Just gonna wait for our friend Jenny to come on here, and then I can invite her to go live with me. Bonnie Stahl is here. Hello, Bonnie. Kathleen Childers. I hope I said your last name right. Childers. Philip Romano, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Just waiting for my guests to come on. Jenny KnoxRocks. How many of you are curious about that last name? KnoxRocks. I am thinking we need an explanation. KnoxRocks. Okay, here she is. Miguel Atwood. Wow, that's cool. Miguel is amazing, and I'm so grateful to be here. Okay, hi.
All right. Can you hear me?
I could hear you better before. I don't know what changed. Before it was broadcasting out of my phone. Now it's back inside of my phone. What did change last time? Let me think. Last time what I attempted to put my Bluetooth on. Where did that go? And it seemed as though once I turned that off, I could hear you better. Let me just try this.
Bueller?
I don't know why I wouldn't be able to wear this while we talk, but who knows? Let's see here. Are you there?
I am here.
That's so interesting. Suddenly my starts to project the sound out of the actual phone and the Bluetooth. But we're working. Welcome.
Yay. Yay. Hi.
Welcome. I'm going to introduce you in a minute.
Wait a second. You're going in and out on me now.
Oh, it's just the quality of internet. What is that? Let's think. I wonder if I can locate this. We will walk through my house. Wow. I actually know where the internet should be the strongest. Okay. You gotta love these technical difficulties, but it doesn't make sense because if it's just internet, you know, I've never really had internet problems. I haven't had them for a long time. Let's try here. Is this internet connection any better right
here? Speak some more.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I can hear you now.
You can hear me and it sounds okay?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was good.
Yay.
Good to be with you. Let me know if my connection starts to go sideways again.
Okay.
Jenny KnoxRocks, grateful to have you here. Wanted to just kind of introduce our little chat here first and foremost. So, as you guys know, traditionally we've done these Come Alive calls, and the Come Alive calls have been great. We've been doing them for a long time. We wanted to try something different for a variety of reasons, such as, you know, sometimes there's quite a few people who we want to get on our calls, and we're not able to get them on calls. They have commitment at that exact during the week and work. So that's number one. Two is, you know, attention span, of course. You know, some of our calls, most of our calls go an hour, and you know, that's a long time, and that's a long time for people to focus. And so we thought we could treat every person maybe a little more special and a little intimate with one person, and we also thought live in the group, and then, you know, just have those recordings available and put them on YouTube and let people kind of see them and get to them in time. So we're going to try things this way for a while and see how it works out. And Heather's going to put out a invitation, like a form that you could go fill out online. If you shared your story before and you want to have one of these board member, you can go fill out the form and one of us will be in touch with you. So that's the story.
Yeah.
Jenny KnoxRocks. Where is the name KnoxRocks? Is it cool if like you explain your last name or what that
Yeah.
is?
So my last name is actually just Knox, and in my first life, I am an artist, a blacksmith, and a glassblower.
Oh.
And so in the art world, everybody called me Jenny KnoxRocks or Queen of the Universe. And then in the fitness world, everybody calls me Miss Awesome. So it all kind of merged together into this like awesome KnoxRocks
I love
hybrid.
that. I really love that. That's cool. And I love that you were a blacksmith. I mean, that's
And a glass blower. More glass blowing than blacksmith, but traditional old school 4-foot long blowpipes.
that's
I
really
trained with some Italian masters and did that for a very long time. That's actually what brought me down to New Orleans.
amazing. Yeah, so cool. So you are in New Orleans.
Yeah, yeah. Pete
Okay.
Kaufman's the one who enrolled me.
Pete.
Peter Kaufman. Pete.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, he's an amazing guy, and I love the guy. I love everything about him. He's an artist as well.
Yeah, he is truly my brother from another. Like, I mean, we're like two peas in a pod, and I'm eternally grateful to him and Wendy for bringing me on board, even though I was so resistant for so long because I'm also a huge skeptic.
Cool. Yeah, he's amazing, and he's an amazing businessman as well. And I love that whole team. I'm crazy about that whole team. So awesome.
Yeah.
So you're very, you know, yeah, and it's cool how the whole shredder vibe and their vibe, it all just it's just all kind of one thing.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it really, really is. And,
Yeah.
you know, when I finally embraced the shredder life and the shredder group, I was like, wow, these are still my people.
And which is cool because, you know, I don't think the clicky thing never was my thing. You know what I mean? Like I never liked clicks, and so for it to kind of people can float in and float out, and can be halfway in or toes in, or people can be in multiple tribes and groups. That really appeals to me.
Me too. Me too.
It's
I
just
like,
that
I like the community to be vast, you know?
for sure. So the other question we usually start out with, you know, love just having you on because I don't feel this tug to be like, how long have we been talking and who's next? And like, you know, you can just be more present. I really like that. So
Right.
we kind of got a feel for what your passions are, who shared. Now, did they share you initially, or were you like just a true blue ER shredder out the go? How did that work?
No, I actually came into Isogenics before 2 weeks to stop the spread started. So like I had come into Isogenics and actually had a lot of success with the original Isogenics program. And then like everybody else, when they shut down the world for 2 weeks and it carried on for 3 years, you know, I started experimenting with baking and making ice cream and things like that. And so though I had success, you know, losing weight with the original Isogenics program, old habits crept in and, you know, weight crept back on. And I found myself, you know, in a place where I was just kind of miserable, you know, because I was dealing with a lot of pains and tendonitis and inflammation. And I had gotten to a point where I just needed to like get a reset.
Very cool. Okay, that what point was that where you were like, I need to get a reset?
So I kind of when the ER shred kind of started emerging within Healthy Body Team and stuff about a year ago, I kind of sat back quietly, joined the group, and watched you guys for a year.
Yeah.
You know, with my skeptic hat on. And, just really followed like Sarah O'Bannon. Her story just really, really kind of got to me, like the fact that that woman couldn't walk and the way that she advocates for this program. And then I started studying other people outside of the Shred who were just doing the basic elimination diet, and then kind of studied about that for a year and just was so inspired by everybody's stories of how, their pains were going away, their inflammation was going away, they felt like they were coming alive again. I thought, okay, well, I've got to take radical responsibility for myself, and I need to try something new and something different. So I decided to embrace the elimination protocol. And originally I was going to go 22 days to baseline. But when I started this program, I also started the 75 hard challenge, which is a very tough challenge. And I just decided to go to baseline for a full 75 days. And
okay. So for people that don't know what that means, like what does that mean to go to?
So for me, the baseline is just sticking to the baseline foods and the 11-day protocol. I did that for 22 days straight. And that's just, the grass-fed meats, the butter, the eggs, the water, the pink salt, and pretty much just stuck with that. And then doing the cleanse days. And then after I hit 22 days, that's when I started experimenting a little bit with what fits best for my body and the amount of working out I'm doing with that 75 hard shred. So I stuck with the baseline foods and pulled the cleanse day back to a 36-hour cleanse once a week. And that seems to really work for me really well.
So in this 75 hard thing, exercise, right?
It's more of a mindset challenge. It's you basically have a list of tasks you have to complete every day. 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes each. One has to be outside. You have to read 10 pages of personal growth and development, which that was huge for me because I don't think I took the time to really work on this in my first time with Isogenics. And then with this Shred, I got a lot of the mindset going on top of the nourishment in the body. And it's just been a big game changer overall. But with the 75 hard, again, it's like a list of things you have to do, 2 workouts a day. You have to pick a diet program, stick to it, no cheat meals, a gallon of water a day. And for people that know me, I am a stickler for the rules. And when I go all in, I go all the F in, So I am in it to win it. And with the 75 hard, if you have a day where you mess up or you miss a task, you're supposed to go back to day 1 and start over. And I'm just too stubborn for that. So
you never started over.
No, and actually tomorrow is my last day. So I hit 75 days tomorrow.
What?
Yeah. So I'm still on the baseline foods.
For some reason, I had it in my head. I want to do this for everybody else that's watching. I had it in my head 5 hard. So,
yeah, 75 hard.
And we all have these things where we have certain words. And so when I heard the word hard, I never really looked into it other than a brutally hard work. That's what I.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah. It isn't. I mean, there is a workout element.
Yeah.
2 45-minute workouts a day, no rest days for 75. That's hard.
I love that though.
Yeah.
I love.
And honestly, I don't think I could have done this had I not been doing the Shred because my body was fed and my joints, my tendons were all fed the proper way to handle this volume of working out because I don't work out light either. I do CrossFit style workouts and I do weightlifting. I am very much a gym rat. And then, halfway through this, I bought a weighted vest for my walks because, walking in 105 degrees isn't enough,
Let's wear ankle weights.
Totally. Let's ramp this up.
Parachute on the back.
Right. But hey, when you feel that good,
Really happening. It's not you overdoing it. It's born from within. You're capable. You're thriving. You want more.
yeah, and it's really just taught me about how much time I waste time, and how to better plan for my day. And like I see Dawn here said that, I brought my own food to Celebration. I planned for that. Like I didn't want to have Celebration derail me from a challenge that I was really deep into. So I made the drive. I brought the food.
I know.
I got my workouts in before I had to go see everybody all day. And like Celebration is fun, but it's a grueling schedule, and then getting 2 workouts on top of that. But I did it, and it showed me that I'm awesome. And
you did 2 45-minute work while traveling.
yeah, not easy. And look, on the way home, we had a traffic delay, and I got my second workout done, and it was like 11:58 that night, and midnight is the cutoff. So I mean, I just barely got that one in on the way home.
So I'm amazed, and that's amazing. I'm excited. It's like complete journey for you, and I'd like to talk to that. Like I went through.
You're going in and out on me again. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Hang in there.
I can see you, but your voice keeps going in and out.
Frustrated. Is that any better?
Yeah, great.
So I wanted to talk about tomorrow, right?
Say it again. Every time you talk, it goes out.
So frustrating. But I couldn't get the maybe we should have done it through Zoom.
No, not Zoom.
Okay. I don't know if I should move, but I think this is powerful internet. Any better now?
Yeah, like every time he says it better now, I'm like, yeah, and then you talk and then it goes out. So just talk and let's see.
Let's just have you results overall.
Okay, I'll just talk about it. So before I started the shred, I was in a lot of pain. I had bad tendonitis in my hands. I had really bad psoriasis all across my torso to the point that the little rashes had grown together into like 2 big plates on each side of my ribs. Very painful, constantly inflamed. I had it on the back of my head going up my scalp. I was dealing with a lot of IBS and a lot of painful things. And I'm just going to get real with everybody. I had a point where like I would be on the toilet literally from like 6 a.m. until 11 a.m. That's just way too much, And so I'm also going to be 48 this year. So like I just wanted to feel better than I was feeling. And so I started with the ER shred, and literally within a week, within 7 days, the pain started going away. The balloon of my belly started going down. I wasn't stuck on the toilet for 5 hours in the morning. I wasn't feeling just like a load of crap all the time. And the rashes started going away. And for me, that was like one of the biggest things because that was so painful to live with. And exercising all the time and getting the sweat and everything on the rashes just made them inflame more. And so by pulling all those things out of my diet and getting to these baseline foods, like it really set me up for success to kind of figure out maybe like what is not so good for me and what is. I haven't really added that many foods back in yet because I've been so feeling so good, and just like when you feel this good, like why rock the apple cart, right? So I tried a little cheese, and I know we spoke about this at Celebration, and it didn't really go so well. So you told me to try some different harder cheeses, and I actually tried one cheese that kind of works. So I've been sprinkling just a little bit of that on my food recently. But like the journey so far has just been incredible. I lost 32 and a half pounds. throughout this journey, you know. So, and I had gained 30 pounds over that 3 years of the whole COVID crap. So, you know, and I was desperate to get that weight off because I just wanted to feel like myself again. But I didn't really know that I wasn't even feeling like myself before, because I thought all these aches and pains were just part of me approaching 48 and approaching the 50 mark, you know? And that is another thing that really spoke to me as I sat back and studied you guys, was how everybody talked about how their aches and pains like were miraculously going away. Even Alexis Romano, and I know she's super skeptical as well, you know, and she was like saying that she couldn't believe that, you know, a lot of her tendonitis and stuff had gone away. So, like for me, the loss of the aches and pains, the rashes clearing up, obviously the weight coming off is huge, but more so, you know, I'm back to where I used to be, but in a much better composition than I was, you know, like emotionally, physically, you know, strength wise, joint wise, everything is just improved on such a massive, massive scale. You know, it's mind blowing, to be quite honest, you know. And I know that's why everybody, when they see you, they're like, Sean, you changed my life. But, you know, I mean, it really did. It changed everything for me, you know. I could talk about it forever, but I'll stop and let you speak for a minute.
Well, I'm really touched all that experience where someone thanked us for sharing. I hope we can all have that experience. That is what it's all about.
It truly is, you know. And had I not been sitting back and watching you guys for a year, you know, I don't even know that I ever would have tried this, to be honest, you know. And like now I'm like, why didn't I try it sooner? As I'm sure everybody says that, you know. But I mean, I just feel so freaking good, you know.
I know. It's hard to other just no, you don't get it. You don't get it. I can't say good.
Yeah, you know. And that's what's so refreshing about the shred group too, you know, because let's be real, not everyone's open to this, you know, and it is kind of on the fringe a little bit, I believe. And you know, I'm happy to help mainstream it. You know, I got my hat on too. But you know, it's nice to have that support and a community of people who have all experienced this, so that you can talk about it. Because it is, you know, it's just like anything good, we always want to share, you know, the good things that happen to us, you know. And it's a lot more fun to share it with people who have also had the same good things happen to them. You know, it just really kind of helps solidify your belief in what you're doing and your belief in this method. And, you know, it's just been an incredible journey.
So I hope you can hear me. I know my connection is bad and I apologize. In what ways has this affected your life and what you do and what you're able to do? And you know, like, in what ways are you more able to show up and experience life and so forth?
I am showing up in every aspect of my life better than I have before, you know, 100%. I am a trainer in real life. I work at a couple gyms. I have my own training studio. I'm also an entrepreneur. So I've got a lot of, you know, irons in the fire 24/7. And this has helped me to show up in all of those areas 100%, because I know better how to prioritize my time. It's certainly given me a better connection with my partner. I know Pete had featured him, Randy. He was doing the shred with me, and he had phenomenal results. And he himself, you know, has a lot of herniated discs and whatnot, and he's experienced a lot of pain relief just from changing the diet.
Yeah.
And it's been huge for him. But I think that we've been showing up better for each other as partners, because we're in it to win it together. And we both feel so good. And when you feel good, it affects everything else, you know. But I show up better for my clients. I have better energy for my classes. It's just, it really has translated into every part of my life, you know. And when you feel good from the inside out, you have more mental clarity, you know. And like with more mental clarity, I feel like I'm sharper and I'm showing up in very sharp ways that maybe I hadn't before. So yes, it's impacted
Amazing.
every aspect
You
of my life.
you have said it all. You have said it all. And then I think, again, I don't know if you guys can hear me very well, but Jenny's right. Jenny is right, because when you see someone else have the same experience what you have, there's something about it
Mhm.
that is very bonding,
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah.
I feel bonded to you based on your experience.
Yeah.
Because I resonate with that. I had the same experience, and I'm forever grateful.
Yeah. And I watched one of your lives a couple months ago, and you were talking about how, you just don't really even want to go out to eat anymore, because like you don't want to feel like crap because you like feeling good, and like for me, I'm in that same boat with you, like I haven't eaten out for 75 days now, and like I don't even know that I will, because I feel so good, and I can't control what they're doing to my food, but I can control what I'm doing to my food,
Yeah.
and for me at this point, um on this journey, I want to be very, very, very selective about what's coming back in so that I can really identify, is this something that's good for me or not, and do that one at a time, adding that little thing back in here and there just to see, okay, is this something that my body can tolerate and it's going to love, or is this something that my body's full on going to reject? And I think, like, for me, and I'll say it for a lot of people 45 up, this is something critical that we should all be doing, because our biochemistry changes as we age, our hormones change as we age. I know you guys have done deep talks about how this balances your hormones and resets everything on a cellular level. And I think as we approach that midlife, that quote unquote midlife, we need to really like dial into our bodies and see how we're going to live out this next second half, because I want to live it out viably. I don't want to live it out in pain and thinking, oh, this is just how it goes, because guess what? Now I know better. That's not how it goes. I can live pain free. I can have the energy I had and be viable and go out and do CrossFit approaching 50.
Amazing. Your story, you know, your story's amazing.
Well, I think
Amazing.
all y'all are amazing.
Amazing. I hope we will please continue to share more
Yeah.
and continue to inspire others, because you are like the word that comes to my mind about you. The word that is like resonated with me, your experience, is the word that is an empowered individual.
Yeah.
You're,
And I feel very empowered,
well, you are.
Yeah.
It is like permeating out of you. It is like you have like a full blown aura of empowerment. It's beautiful.
Thank you. And my skin looks great thanks to all of the fat.
You're a lot of fun too, and I love
I've
that.
got that I've got that tallow glow.
So do I. Tallow goes everywhere.
Tallow goes everywhere. It's like, screw ketchup. Tallow's on top.
I know exactly what you mean. We
Yeah.
literally put tallow everywhere now, and somehow put tallow on sunburns. It's a miracle.
Yeah, and look, I mean, look, I'll just touch on this really quick. Since I started the ER shred, and I've been going out for 45 minutes a day and microdosing the sun, like I really don't even need sunscreen anymore.
Haven't used it in years.
Yeah, and I'm like grateful, because that stuff is toxic as hell.
Like one of those things. If we could have a look at ourselves at one point in time, and then 5 years later, and we go, damn, like I'm a completely different person. That's crazy.
Randy and I talk about this a lot, because I mean, we'll sit down to eat our big ribeyes with butter on them, and I'm like, can you imagine 5 years ago me being like, let's get big steaks, eat all the fat, put butter on it and pink salt, you know? I mean, I was like in spinach and kale camp 5 years ago, you know? And like the thought of using any kind of like butter was a no-no, you know? And it's just such a, like, I had to really reprogram my mind
Yeah.
to really understand that, you know, this is what's up, you know, this is the new saving thing for me. Like, you know, I don't want to get too weird, but like, you know, we've been lied to so long.
Yeah. Well, hey, I wish we had more time. I'm so grateful for you. You're amazing. I love the person you are. I love how you show up. Please continue to do so. And everybody, please thank for us for, you know, being the hero in the moment. She is a shred warrior, legit.
I love you guys so much. I love this community so much. I am grateful to all of you, Sarah, Bonnie. You guys are like two of my biggest cheerleaders. Everybody in the group has been so welcoming and so friendly and so kind. And anytime a new person comes in, I see the love get poured into them. You certainly pour a lot of love into everybody. And I know you're a busy man with a lot of people that want your attention. So I appreciate you giving me the time and the platform to let you all know how much I appreciate you, how much I love this ER Shred lifestyle. And I'm not going to go back because I feel too good not to keep this going, you know, and I look forward to many more chats with you. And I hope to see you and your beautiful family again at another live event.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love everybody. So just thank you for having me on. Thank you for listening to my story. And thank you, everybody, all of you, for inspiring me to do this, because it's literally saved my life, like saved my life. I thought my body was breaking down into pieces and parts, and now it's all working together like a perfect drum set, and that makes me very happy. So thank you to you, thank you to everyone, and it's truly been a blessing. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, put the doors up for our friend Jenny. There she is, way back. We love you.
I love you all. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.